All right, Patriots have made a trade.
Woo!
This one was foreshadowed over the weekend. Patriots are trading pass rusher Joshua Uche to the Chiefs.
All right, what'd they get?
Sources tell me Mike and Ian Rappaport, and Mike Garafolo. Coming off a win, KC lands a new player on the edge. I have not seen compensation yet.
All right, that'll probably come out in a few minutes
Here you
later.
go. It's a sixth-rounder in 2026. Going to the Bears.
A 2026 sixth-round pick?
Correct.
That's the equivalent of an eighth-round pick, which does not exist.
Okay,
You can't get anything for any of these guys, which is fine. If you want to free him up, because I really think when Mayo's calling the team soft and he's talking about the whole group, but there has to be a few players that stick out to him. I've just been thoroughly unimpressed all season with Josh Uche.
Yeah.
It felt like most of the time when you're watching the defense struggle and there was either a missed tackle or a broken containment or just something, you're like, oh, he was there. Oh, there's Uche not making a play again. So I have zero problem with him moving on. I didn't understand even bringing him back. I mean, I guess he was cheap.
I didn't understand him wanting to come back.
He wanted to come back. They brought him back. It was really weird because he really needed to be a free agent 2 years ago. He had like 10, 11 sacks. Probably could have gotten a decent contract, but he was under contract for one more year. Played poorly last year. And then they bring him back, and you're like, there's nothing there. So he gets dealt for a future sixth. I'm not joking. I think if you traded for a no, I guess that's like a seventh. I'm sorry. No, you said 2026. So not even 2025.
Yeah, correct.
I think they say like a year later, you basically take the round and like bump it down.
Right. What's more valuable, a 2025 seventh or a 2026 sixth?
Yeah.
I'd rather have the seventh sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that is nothing. You traded him for nothing.
In 2 years, you get a sixth-round pick for Josh Uche.
What you didn't do was cut him.
No,
but basically that's what happened.
I think I'd rather cut him. Like, here's the only thing that gives me pause. And again, if you're just tuning in, breaking news, Ian Rappaport was first to have it. Patriots are trading Joshua Uche to the Chiefs for a sixth-rounder in 2026. The thing that gives me pause is the Chiefs.
Well, that they want him?
Yeah.
Well, I look at this as a big win for Elliott Wolf.
He brought him back in free agency just to give himself a second-rounder in, I guess at the time, 3 years from now.
The Chiefs
a second-rounder, a sixth-rounder, rather, in 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, they also drafted Sky Moore, a couple of years ago, and they've had some weird
I'm just saying,
moves.
I think I'd rather cut him than have him go to the Chiefs, play well, and get a sixth-round
champion, Joshua Uche.
I think I'd pretty much you trade him to any other team, I'd be like, whatever, I'll take the pick, even if it's a crappy pick. The Chiefs, I'm like, maybe you should have just cut him.
It's the very last pick of the sixth round.
A seventh-round pick?
Yeah.
They're going to be the last pick in the sixth round?
Yeah.
That's also true. You're also it's also I didn't even think about that, but good point by Nick. It's Keith.
Yeah.
You just said it's basically a seventh-rounder in 2025. It's basically a seventh-rounder in 2026 because it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Okay, well, trade deadline's in 8 days. They just made their first deal.
Would you rather have Joshua Uche or
Uche?
The 220th pick of the 2026 NFL draft.
I mean, when you phrase it like that.
Save it for Would You Rather Wednesday.
Yeah, when you phrase it like that, I think I'd rather have the pick, I guess.
So there you go. One trade down. I bet he's fairly active.
This is going to be my question. Do you think they're done?
No, I bet they try to find a similar deal for KJ Osborne, and then they're going to own the sixth round of the 2026 NFL draft. Maybe seventh round. He might be more seventh round.
Okay.
Because we even said this earlier, and we'll see if it pans out. This was the trade chip power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Devon Godchow, 1, Kendrick Bourne,
2,
Josh Uche,
3,
KJ Osborne.
Yeah, 4.
But you're still talking about sixth rounds and fifth rounds and future drafts.
You think there's any chance they move Duggar? I know he's hurt yesterday. You think there's any chance Duggar's a piece that could move? Because that's a guy who they could probably get something for.
Yeah, that would be they brought him back. I was going to say, because that would be like, was that an Elliott Wolf pick?
They brought back Uche.
No, that's a good point. Not as much money. I mean, they gave like a real contract to Duggar.
Yeah.
Uche was just sort of like, all right, we'll take it back. Yeah, I think they could. Maybe there's some value there as far as like, draft pick compensation, I guess. I feel like they're more likely to just trade the scraps away. That's what it feels like.
Let's see what they're doing. 617-779-7937. Joshua Uche, now a Chief. Patriots get a sixth-rounder. Not next year.
No.
2026. Again from Kansas City. It's basically a seventh-rounder, but it's something.